So, welcome, Sunday Mandala. Really excited for this class. If you've been joining me for the 14-day challenge that I've been doing on YouTube, a lot of what we're doing today is relevant to what we've done over the last 14 days. If you haven't joined me, don't worry, but it is going to be quite creative because we're combining lots of elements from this week's challenge. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm so grateful that you guys are here. It's so much more fun doing it live and having music as well. We're going to get started in Supta Vadanasana. So soles of the feet together, knees apart, coming to lie down on your back. And just finding that comfortable place for your hands. So be it on your belly, by your side, one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. And then really using this as an opportunity to settle. It's Sunday morning. Just allow yourself to notice how the body's feeling, where the mind is at. There's a beautiful quote that says, "Feelings give you the permission to start the process of making your way back home to yourself." I've always found it so interesting that thoughts are the language of the mind and emotions are the language of the body. So when you think about emotions as energy in motion, whenever we start to have blocked emotions, blocked energy, they tend to manifest themselves physically and quite often can result in injury or illness. So I'd like the theme for today's class to be about really paying attention to how we are feeling, to allowing those emotions, that energy to move freely. As you lie here, I want you to ask yourself, would you like to be more confident and comfortable with your emotions? What if you saw your feelings as essential sources of information for your success and well-being, instead of inconvenient hindrances to your progress? Understanding our emotions is a key to unlocking our fullest potential. We need to give ourselves permission to feel. So lying here on your mat, drawing that awareness within, start to peel back layers of external influence, demand. Find that connection to your source of truth, your authentic self. And always from that place of truth. Ask yourself what it is that you would like more of from your body, from your life, from yourself. Start to think of the intention that you would like to set for today's practice. Once you've set that intention, take a moment to offer up your practice to someone you love, someone that could use a little extra energy today, even if that someone is you. All together, we breathe as one, take a deep, full inhale through the nose, fill up the lungs. Open up the mouth and sigh it fully out. Once again, we take a deep, full, expansive breath in. Feel the belly and the chest rise. Open up the mouth and let it go. One last time, deepest, fullest breath in. I want you to breathe, breathe, breathe. Open up the mouth and exhale, exhale, exhale it all out. Keeping the mouth closed now, we start to breathe through the nose, relaxing the jaw, placing the tongue to the roof of the mouth. We start to engage Ujjayi breath. If you don't practice Ujjayi breath, maybe just challenge yourself to breathe through the nose as we move through our flow today. On your next inhale, drawing those knees in towards one another, hugging your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, gentle rocks from side to side. Sliding our hands underneath our knees, let's start to rock and roll forwards and backwards, waking up the body, massaging the spine, using your core. On your next rock forward, crossing at the ankles, planting the hands, coming into a tabletop position. Now take a moment in your tabletop position. Draw the ribs and the belly in, find your long spine, long neck, crown of the head reaches forward. All right, we're gonna move through some cat-cows, but we're gonna change it up a little bit. As you inhale, I'd like you to tilt the pelvis, drop the belly, but then start to bend the elbows, lowering the chest towards the ground. As you exhale, press yourself back up, round through the spine, tuck the pelvis, and come onto the fingertips. So you're really coming into that angry cat pose. And then release the palms down, drop the belly, tilt the pelvis, take that little push-up again, bend the elbows down. We exhale, press ourselves up, come onto the fingertips, round out through the spine, chin to chest, really push the ground away. Inhale, drop the palms, drop the belly, tilt the pelvis, we bend our elbows. Let's do that again. Round out through the spine, coming onto the fingertips, chin towards our chest. One last time, bending the elbows, lowering the chest. And as you exhale, press yourself back up. Give yourself a really nice spinal stretch here. All right, guys, lower the palms of the hands. Tuck the toes if they're not tucked already. Come into a plank position. Now I'm going to challenge you a little bit here. I want you to try to maintain the strength of this pose. So really hollowing through the front body, squeezing inner thighs, engaging your glutes, pushing the ground away. Start to walk your hands forward a little bit, and then start to walk your feet back a little bit. Again, try to maintain the strength in what you are doing. Keep pushing the ground away, really engaging through the core. We're going to hold here for 5. You're doing absolutely great. For 4. For 3. For 2. Listen carefully. Just drop the knees down to the ground. Shift your weight back as you start to lower your chest. Find a puppy pose. Now in our puppy pose, can you come onto the fingertips so we're not getting sloppy in our pose here? We're going to keep it nice and active. Hug the ribs and the belly in, and then continue to lower the chest. So we're really opening up through the shoulders. Taking one more breath where you are. Beautiful, guys. Start to shift your body weight forward. Lower the forearms, lower the hips. Find your Sphinx pose. In our Sphinx pose, we're pressing into the ground. We're sliding those elbows back, externally rotating through the shoulders, growing taller through the crown of the head. Take one more breath where you are. Engage those glutes. Open up through the heart. Slowly start to lower the upper body. Bring your hands either side of your chest. Squeeze the elbows in. Find your low cobra. So again, seeing if maybe you can lift up a little higher, but make sure that you're not pinching into the lower back. Squeeze those elbows in towards one another. Take a breath where you are. Bring your right heel towards your glute. Bring that right heel over towards the left. Start to press into left foot, left hand. Wild thing. Lift the hips. Open the heart. Give yourself a stretch through the right side. One more breath here. Slowly exhale, lower the hips down. Release your right hand, come back into that low cobra, and release your right foot. Find that positioning again, so press into the hands, kind of squeeze the palms back, elbows energetically in. Left heel towards your left glute. Bring that left foot to the right side. We're going to press into our right hand, right foot, find wild thing. Lengthen through the left side of your body. Beautiful, guys. Take one more breath here. Slowly exhale, lower the hips, lower that left hand. We roll back onto our belly, release your left foot, and press yourself back into a child's pose. Hips towards your heels, arms reach forward. So as the hips pull back towards the heels, the fingers are inching forward towards the top of the mat. You're getting a lovely stretch through the sides of the body. As the hips pull down, you're stretching into that lower lumbar. Take one more breath where you are. Inhale, come forward into your tabletop position, tuck your toes under, find downward facing dog. All right, my lovely yogis, this is your opportunity to move in a way that feels good to you. Maybe you pedal out the feet, you bend one knee, bend the other. Sway the hips, shake out the head. Reminding yourself to listen to how the body is feeling, to how you are feeling, and to always move in a way that works for you today. Taking one more breath wherever you are. We all come high up onto the balls of the feet, gaze to the top of the mat. Let's tiptoe our feet all the way forward. Nice ragdoll at the top of the mat, head and neck relax. Option to grab onto opposite elbows, option to bring the hands behind your head, behind your back, behind your knees. Any forward fold that feels good to you, shift the weight of the body into the balls of the feet so we're stretching through the backs of the legs, releasing any tension in the lower back. Maybe you sway, maybe you bend one knee, bend the other. One more breath here. Slowly releasing fingertips towards the ground. We gently bend both knees, chin to chest, start to roll yourself up, vertebra by slow vertebra. Head and neck are the last things that come up. As they do, take the shoulders up, back, down. You can keep the feet hip distance apart, or you can heel toe the feet to touch. Bring the hands to prayer at heart center. And I'm going to give you two options just for like a few breaths here. Option one is you close your eyes and take a moment to notice how the body sways, start to engage the muscles in the body to maintain the stability in your mountain pose. Option two, if you did spinal mobility with me the other day, let's just roll out the spine a little bit. Give your body some TLC, some nice mobility through the spine going in one direction first. And then just because it's always fun to confuse ourselves, see if you can reverse the direction. We take one more breath wherever we've decided to go. Slowly come back, blink the eyes open. Happy Sunday. I wish you all a fabulous practice. As you inhale, sweep the arms high to the sky. Exhale, dive down to the ground. We forward fold, hinging from our hips. Inhale to a long spine, gaze goes up. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump. Your Vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga. Inhaling through Cobra or Up Dog. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. And we breathe a moment here. Checking in with alignment, feet hip distance, hands at least shoulder distance, spreading the fingers nice and wide. Energetically squeezing forearms in, rotating shoulders so we wrap those triceps, pressing into the hands, lengthening through the neck, ears in line with the biceps. Ribs and belly draw in, pelvis reaches up and back, heels reach down towards the ground. Take an inhale where you are. As you exhale, bend those knees, look forward, step or jump softly between your hands. Inhale as we lengthen, and exhale, forward fold. Moving on, we bend the knees, sink the hips, Utkatasana on the inhale, shift the weight into the heels. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, head and neck relax. Inhale, long spine, gaze up. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump, your flow, high to low with control. Inhale. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Right leg reaches high to the sky as we inhale, exhale, right foot steps between your hands. We press down to lift up, arms to the sky, high lunge, inhale. Exhale, warrior two, drop the back heel, arms open wide. Front palm flips, inhale to reverse. Adding one more pose, straighten the right leg, bend the left knee, Skandasana to the back of your mat. Inhale, runner's lunge to the top of your mat. And exhale, right foot steps back, high to low with control. Inhale. Exhale back, downward facing. Left leg to the sky, we inhale, exhale, left foot steps between your hands. Press down to lift up, we inhale to a high lunge. And exhale, open up, warrior two, drop the back heel. Front palm flips, inhale, reverse, keep the bend in that front knee. Exhale, straighten left leg, bend right knee. Go only as low as feels good right now. Runner's lunge to the top of your mat. Exhale, left foot steps back and we lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale back, downward facing dog, and breathe. Lovely, guys. So working through our warm-up here, we're just going to do that one more time and dive straight into our mandala. Mandalas do tend to be a little bit longer. So we're going to move a little bit faster through this warm-up. Check in with that alignment energetically, toes pressing in, heels pressing out, lifting through the inner arches, squeezing into those inner thighs. All right, my lovely yogis, take an inhale where you are. As you exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, we lengthen, and exhale, fold. One last time, bend the knees, sink the hips. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, we fold, Uttanasana, head and neck relax. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump, high to low with control. Inhaling and exhaling, down dog. Right leg to the sky, we inhale, exhale, right foot steps between your hands. Pressing down, we lift up, inhale, high lunge, square the hips. Exhale, open the arms, drop the back heel, sit a little lower. Front palm flips, inhale, we reverse, keep the bend in that front knee. Exhale, straighten right leg, bend left knee. How low can you go this time? Inhale, top of the mat, runner's lunge. Exhale, right foot back, optional three-legged chaturanga. Inhaling, exhaling back. Left leg to the sky, we inhale, exhale, left foot between your hands. Pressing down to lift up, high lunge as we inhale. Exhale, warrior two, sit a little lower. Front palm flips, inhale, reverse, keep bending into that front knee. Straighten the front leg, bend the back knee. See if you can go a little lower. Top of the mat as you inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, Vinyasa, optional three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, down dog, exhale. Beautiful yogis. Remind yourself that at any point throughout today's practice, child's pose is always an option. You can skip vinyasas, come straight back into downward facing dog. All right, we are gonna, again, combine elements of the last 13 days, including the fluid flow that I taught. That's gonna be a big part of what we're doing. We're also combining some elements of the flow that I did for our twists. Pace yourself. See how the body's feeling. I'm going to give lots of variations as we move throughout all of this. So please modify as needed. I'm already out of breath. All right, my lovely yogis. We are going to get started with this mandala flow on the right hand side. Inhale, right leg floats high to the sky. Exhale, right foot steps between your hands. Feet are hip distance apart. We press down to lift the arms up. Find your high lunge and hold here for a moment. Now we are going to flow through this a little bit more, but as it's the first round, let's just take a moment to find that alignment. Square off through the hips, squeeze the feet, engage inner thighs to stabilize the pelvis. Hug ribs and belly in. Sit a little lower, arms reach a little higher. We take an inhale here as you exhale. Drop the back heel, open the hips, open the arms. As you find warrior two, front heel in line with back arch. Outer edge of the back foot is what we're pressing into, so we lift through the inner arch, and then pressing into the right heel as you sit a little lower, press that right knee out. So you really open up through the hips. Front palm flips. We inhale, reverse our warrior. Hold here for a breath. Keep bending into that front knee. I know it's hard. My leg's trembling. Lengthen through the right side of your body. Take an inhale here as you exhale. Skandasana. Straighten the right leg. Bend the left knee. Only go as low as feels good. Use your hands if you need to. Make sure right toes are pointing up. Right heel is energetically pulling in. We're externally rotating through that right leg. Grow tall through the crown of the head. Lengthen that spine. Take a breath where you are. Walk to the top of the mat. Find runner's lunge, but then float your right arm up to the sky. Simple twist. Square off through the hips. So lift that left hip up, press into the left hand, and then open up through the right shoulder. Turn your feet to the right-hand side. Come onto the outer edge of your left foot, and lower your hip, lower your right arm. Beautiful, guys. Listen carefully here. As you inhale, sweep the right arm around, grab onto your right big toe, and start to walk your left hand to the back of your mat, bending your left knee, straightening the right leg, and then sweeping that left arm up towards the sky. Beautiful, guys. Take one more breath here. Turn to the back of your mat. Here's where the mandala starts. Beautiful. We're on the left foot at the back of our mat. Shift your body weight forward, standing splits. Right leg to the sky. Melt your chest over that left leg. Square off through the hips. Point the right toes. Take an inhale here as you exhale. Bend right knee behind left. See how low you can go into that curtsy, and inhale, straighten it back out. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Last time, bend and hold. Step your right foot back, step your left foot back. Optional vinyasa, or straight back to a downward facing dog. All right, my lovely yogis, take a moment here. You can stay in down dog. You can move through spinal rollouts. If you're gonna take those spinal rollouts, we're gonna come high up onto the balls of the feet, shift the body weight forward as we round out through the back, and then hover the knees, stick the bum out towards the heels, downward facing dog. Like a wave, we roll forward, hover the knees, stick the bum up, push towards the heels, straighten the legs. Let's do that again. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, roll back. Let's do that one last time. Inhale as you come forward. And exhale, roll it back. Continuing with the right side. Listen carefully here, guys. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hips, square the shoulders off to the front. Take a breath where you are, and then exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, come back to that three-leg down dog with the knee bent, open the hip, and exhale, twist. One last time, we inhale. As you exhale, bring that right knee to your left elbow. Straighten the right leg, but listen carefully. We're not coming into fallen triangle because I want you to drop your hips and almost find an up dog of sorts here. Open the chest, pull the right hip towards the right, and as you exhale, just bend the elbows, start to lower the chest towards the floor. Inhale, lift yourself back up. We turn to the left side of our mat. That back leg, your left leg, is gonna step over the right, and we're facing sideways in Ardha Matsyendrasana. Right arm up to the sky, we hook right elbow across left knee, left hand behind us, and we twist. Grow a little taller as you inhale, and then twist a little deeper as you exhale, trying to twist deeper through the upper back. One more breath here. Counter your twist, hands to the right, chin to chest. Bring your right hand to the right corner of your mat, so in front of your gaze. Shift your weight forward and slide that right leg back again. We all there? You got it. Now press into the right hand, lift yourself up. Left arm reaches across your left ear. We push the hips nice and high. As you exhale, lower the hip, lower that left arm. We're coming into that lazy lizard. Once again, inhale, lift, and exhale, we lower. Last time, guys. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. All right, coming into a side plank or any variation, we reach that left arm to the sky. We bring the left foot on top of the right. Make sure your right shoulder stacks over your right wrist. You're pushing the ground away and you are wrapping that tricep. Lift the hips a little higher. Exhale, left hand down. Press back into your downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky as you inhale. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Right arm reaches up to the sky as we twist. Square off through the hips, open up through the right shoulder. Turn your toes to the right, drop your hip, drop your arm. We circle, right arm around, grab onto your right big toe, bend your left knee, straighten that right leg, and left arm reaches up to the sky. Really sit into that right hip. Take an inhale. Top of your mat, exhale, runner's lunge. Left foot steps back, purely optional vinyasa, or we meet back in downward facing dog. Lovely, guys. Take a few breaths here, slow it down. That was a lot of information. It will get easier the more times we go through it, and we'll be able to move a little faster through it. Catch your breath, slow the breath down, remind yourself that with your breath comes your energy. One of my favorite things about creative sequencing is you really have to confront yourself when things get confusing, when they get hard. Notice where the mind goes. Notice how you speak to yourself. Notice the frustration. Try to come back to that open mind, to that stillness, that calmness, really trying to learn something new. All right, guys, we're going to continue with the left-hand side. As we inhale, left leg floats high to the sky. Exhale, left foot steps between our hands. Arms float up on the inhale to a high lunge. Hold your high lunge a moment. Hips are squared. We squeeze the feet so that we squeeze inner thighs, stabilizing the pelvis as we sit a little lower. Hug the belly and the ribs in. Lengthen fingertips up towards the sky. Inhale here as you exhale, warrior two. Drop the back heel, open the arms wide. Hold your pose. Now pressing into the outer edge of your back foot, bending into that front knee, pressing into the front heel. Can you push that left knee out towards the left-hand side so you really open up the hips? Front palm flips. We inhale to reverse our warrior, but we keep bending into that left knee. Lengthening through the left side of our body, reaching the fingertips up and back. Straighten your left leg, bend your right knee. Go as low as you can in Skandasana. Use your fingers if you need to. Lengthen through the spine. Left toes pointing up, left knee points up, externally rotating through that left leg. Take a breath where you are. Walk your hands to the top of the mat. Find your runner's lunge, but sweep the left arm up to the sky. Square off through the hips. Can you lift that right hip up? Press into the right hand, and then open up through that left shoulder. Beautiful, guys. Turn your feet to the left. Coming onto the outer edge of your right foot, we lower the hip, we lower that left arm. And then inhale, sweep it around. Grab your left big toe, bend your right knee, straighten that left leg, right arm up to the sky. We take an inhale here. Exhale, turn to the back of your mat. Shift the fingers a little further forward, find standing splits. Melt your chest over your right thigh. Point your left toes. Square off through the hips. Take an inhale as you exhale. Left knee behind right. Take your curtsy. How low can you go? Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, find that little curtsy. Go a little deeper. Inhale, reach it up. Last time, guys, find your curtsy, hold your curtsy, and from that curtsy, step the left foot back. Step the right foot back, optional vinyasa. Otherwise, we meet back in our downward facing dog. Either stay in down dog or work through those spinal rollouts. Balls of the feet, round through the spine. Hover the knees, lift the bum, hips to heels, downward facing. Like a wave, you come forward and crash back. Let's do that again. Round it out as you come forward. Inhale. Exhale, hover the knees, hips to heels, down dog. One last time, guys. Inhale it forward and exhale it back.
Everybody joins us here. Left leg to the sky as you inhale. Bend the knee, open up the hip, but square the shoulders. As you exhale, left knee to right elbow, take a twist, shoulders over wrist. Inhale, leg reaches up and back again, open up through the knee. Exhale, twist. One last time. Inhale, three-leg down dog with the knee bent. Exhale, we twist, hold the twist. Now straighten out your left leg as if you were going to come into fallen triangle, but keep your hands on the floor and start to lower your hips to the ground. Take an inhale here as you exhale, bend the elbows, start to lower your chest towards the floor, and then inhale, lift yourself back up. Bring your right leg across your left. We're facing the right side of our mat in Ardha Matsyendrasana. Left arm up to the sky, left elbow hooks across that right knee. Right arm behind us as we twist. Left toes are flexed, left foot is flexed. Toes to the sky, grow a little taller as you inhale. Twist a little deeper as you exhale. Taking one more inhale here. Counter your twist. Bring your fingertips to the left and your chin towards your chest. Lift the gaze. Bring your left hand towards the left corner of your mat. Shift the weight forward as you slide that left leg back. All right, guys, bring your right fingertips and point them towards the left toes. We're going to inhale, lift the hips, sweep the arm up and over. Exhale, lower the hips, lower the arm. Once again, inhale, lift. Get a stretch through the right side. Exhale, lower. Last time, guys. Inhale to lift. Exhale as we lower. This time we inhale, lift the hips, optional side plank. Maybe you stay here, maybe you take that side plank. Left shoulder over left wrist. Wrap the tricep, push the ground away, lift the hips a little higher, maybe squeeze them forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, right hand down, downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky as you inhale. Left foot between your hands as you exhale. Left arm floats up, we take a twist, turn the feet to the left, lower the hips, lower that left arm. Circle that left hand to grab onto your left big toe. Turn to the top of your mat as you bend your right knee, left toes to the sky, right arm up. And then turn to the top of your mat, optional vinyasa or straight back to downward facing dog. All right, my lovely yogis. This moment is yours. Whatever you feel like the body needs before we move on to our final round of this flow. You can stay in down dog. You can take a child's pose. Maybe you're working on inversions and would like to start practicing those inversions, headstand, forearm stand, handstand. Otherwise, listen to the body and do what feels right in this moment. Maybe you're just catching your breath, and that's absolutely fine. Deep, full inhales and lovely, long exhales. Beautiful control, guys. You're looking great. If you happen to be upside down, starting to find that control coming out the exact same way that you came in. Those of you in headstand might want to take a moment in a child's pose before we continue. All right, my lovely yogis. This is the last round. We'll be adding on ever so slightly. We'll be making it a little bit more challenging only if you would like to go there. Otherwise, we're repeating basically the exact same thing that we just did, moving a little bit faster now that we have a rough idea of what it is that we are doing. We meet back in a downward facing dog. All right, yogis. Right leg floats high to the sky as you inhale. Exhale, right foot steps between your hands. Press down to lift up. We inhale for our high lunge. And exhale, open up warrior two. Sit a little lower. Find that control in each movement. Front palm flips. Inhale, reverse. Keep bending into your right knee. Straighten out the right leg, bend the left knee. How low can you go? Maybe don't use your hands. We inhale to the top of the mat, runner's lunge, but we float that right arm up to the sky for our simple twist. Turn your feet to the right, drop your left hip, drop your right arm. Inhale, sweep that right arm around, grab your right big toe, bend your left knee, right toe to the sky, left arm to the sky. Take a breath. As you exhale, I want you to turn to the back of the mat, standing splits, fingers reach forward, right leg to the sky. Option to bend your right knee, grabbing onto that right foot with your left hand. Option to balance, grabbing your ankle. If anyone practices handstand, there's an option here to float up with the right leg lifted. We take one more breath where we are. Bringing both hands back down onto your mat. Crunch, right knee behind left. Hold the crunch, go as low as you can go. And then step. Right foot back, left foot back. Your vinyasa, high to low. Inhaling and exhaling, downward facing dog. We're moving straight on. Right leg to the sky as you inhale. Bend the knee, open up the hip. As you exhale, right knee, left elbow, twist. Push the ground away, shoulders over wrist. Inhale, reach the knee up and back. Exhale, we twist. Make it nice and strong, controlled movement. Inhale, float it up. Last time, take that twist, hold your twist. Straighten out that right leg. Start to lower your hips down to the ground. Really pull the right hip towards the right hand side. Open up through the chest, squeeze the glutes, protect the lower back, and then bend your elbows, starting to melt your chest towards the ground. Inhale, we lift ourselves back up. Bring that left leg across your right. Find Ardha Matsyendrasana, right arm up to the sky. We twist, left arm behind us. Option to go a little deeper this time if you would like to take your bind. Otherwise, exactly where you are is exactly where you need to be. We grow taller on the inhale. We twist a little deeper on the exhale. Taking one more deep inhale where you are. As we exhale, counter that twist. Fingertips to the right, chin towards our chest. Gaze to the top of your mat facing the back. Right hand to the right corner. Shift the weight forward and slide that right leg back behind you. We press into right hand, right foot, lift the hips, left arm across the body. Exhale, lower the hip, lower that left arm. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. 2 more times. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Last time. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, we lift. Now hold the lift. Bring your left arm up towards the sky. Option to stay here, option for side plank. We have a little bit of a drill. Maybe you stay here, maybe you bring that left hand behind your head, and we crunch. Left elbow to right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lift. Last time, we crunch. Inhale, float that left arm up to the sky. We exhale, left hand down, downward facing dog. Guys, this is it for the right hand side. You've got this. Right leg floats high as you inhale. Exhale, right foot steps between your hands. Right arm floats up. Find that twist. Square the hips. Open the right shoulder. Turn your feet to the right hand side. Drop the left hip. Drop the right arm. Inhale, circle the right arm. Grab your right big toe. Walk that left hand towards the top of your mat. Bend left knee. Straighten the right leg. Take a breath here. Sit a little lower. Turn to the top of your mat now. Right fingertips are going to float forward. Right leg to the sky. Take your revolved half moon. Hold here for a moment. Try to lift a little higher. Trying to get that straight line from crown of the head to your right foot. Option to bend your right knee and grab that foot with your left hand. If you would like to practice balance, maybe you float the right hand off the floor. Keep the gaze fixed. Beautiful, guys. You're doing fantastic. Slowly release the right leg, step it back. Bring the right knee down to the ground. Inhale, float the arms up on Vinyasa. And exhale, straighten out through that left leg. Fingertips to the floor, Ardha Hanuman. Pull your left hip back. Flex deeply into that left foot so your left toes are pointing high. We open the chest, we draw the belly in, and then we lower both chest and belly over that left thigh. Beautiful, guys. One more breath where you are. And then slowly shift the weight forward, plant the hands, optional vinyasa, or straight back to our downward facing dog. All right, yogis, you've got a moment here to regroup, to reset, to play if you choose to. Otherwise, we have our final round, the left-hand side, and that is it for the more dynamic part of our practice. I will give you an opportunity at the end of the next round, should you want to play a little bit longer or spend a bit more time in your child's pose. Lovely, guys. Slow it all down. The nice thing is the left hand always goes by faster. I think it's because we know exactly what's coming. And it's the last side. You're doing so well. Lovely, guys. I see that some of you are upside down. If you would like to take a moment to come back out, take maybe a breath or two in child's pose. If you need a moment longer, join us when you're ready. We're going to move on to the left-hand side. If you're not in downward facing dog, start to make your way back there now. All right, yogis, last round, last side. Left leg floats high to the sky as we inhale. Exhale, left foot steps between our hands. Inhale, arms float up to a high lunge. As we exhale, warrior two, drop the heel, arms open wide. Front palm flips, inhale, reverse your warrior. Skandasana, straighten that left leg, bend the right knee. Can you lower without using your hands? And then shift to the top of the mat. Find that simple twist, left arm up to the sky. Turn your feet to the left-hand side. We lower our hip, we lower that left arm. Inhale, circle the arm, grab your left big toe, straighten that left leg, bend your right knee, right arm up to the sky. Exhale, back of your mat, fingertips reach forward, standing splits. Option to grab your left foot with your right hand. Option to balance, grabbing your ankle. Option for those little hops to handstand if it's part of your practice. Taking one more breath, wherever you happen to be. Making sure both hands are on the ground. We bring that left knee behind the right. Take your curtsy, hold the curtsy, and then slowly step the left foot back, right foot back, optional vinyasa, or straight back to a downward facing dog. We move straight on, left leg to the sky as you inhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Exhale, we twist, left knee, right elbow, shoulders over wrist, push the ground away. Inhale, lift the knee. Exhale, we twist, make it strong, make it controlled. Inhale, we lift. Last one, we twist and we hold. Straighten out that left leg. Lower the hips, open the heart. Pull the left hip towards the left side. And then exhale, bend the elbows, start to lower the chest to the floor. Inhale, we lift ourselves up. Right knee across left leg. Left arm to the sky, we twist. Hooking left elbow across right knee, right arm behind you. Option for that bind if you took it on the other side. Remember that we grow tall with the inhale. And we twist deep with our exhale. Taking one more deep, full inhale where we are. And then counter your twist with your exhale, hands to the left, chin towards your chest. Lift the gaze, left hand to left corner of your mat. We shift forward to slide that left leg back. And then reach your right fingertips back as you inhale. Lift the hips. Lift that right arm. Give yourself a stretch. Exhale, lower the hip, lower the arm. 2 more times. We inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. Last time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. This time we inhale to lift, but right arm floats to the sky. Maybe that right foot stacks over left in your side plank. Maybe you stay here, maybe right hand behind your head, and we crunch elbow to elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale, we crunch. Inhale, we open. Last time, crunch. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, right hand down, press back, downward facing dog. Finishing it off, guys. Left leg to the sky as you inhale. Exhale, left foot between your hands. Left arm floats up to a twist. We turn our feet to the left. Lower the hip, lower the left arm. Inhale, circle that left arm. Grab your left big toe. Bend your right knee. Straighten the left leg. Right arm up to the sky. We inhale here as we exhale. Top of our mat. This time, left fingertips reach forward. We shift the weight forward and find our revolved half moon. Once again, option to grab your left foot if you choose to go there. Option to balance. Taking one more breath here. Releasing the foot if you're holding it, stepping that foot back. Runner's lunge to release your left knee. Arms to the sky for a momentary Vinyasa. Squeeze the feet, but shift the weight forward and up. Exhale, straighten out through the right leg. Fingertips to the floor. Right toes point up, right hip pulls in. Open the chest and melt the chest down. Lovely, guys. Taking one more breath here. Bending into that right knee. Plant the hands. Purely optional vinyasa, or straight back to your downward facing dog. All right, guys, these are your last 5 breaths to play with as you please. Whatever the body needs before we move on to our stretches. Options for inversions. Same things again, headstand, forearm stand, handstand. Coming into it with control, asking yourself always why we choose to go where we go. Can you do so with love and acceptance for where you are, appreciation for your body and all the amazing things that it can do? Beautiful, guys. I see you, Carlos. Lovely control. Guys, you're amazing. Don't feel like you have to rush. But when you are ready, take your child's pose. Any variation of that child's pose, knees can be apart, fingers can reach forward, or the knees can be together, the arms can reach back so that you open up through the shoulders. This is probably my favorite part in class, where we shift from dynamic to more restorative. That energy that runs through your veins right now is the most beautiful reminder of being alive, of having our health, of being grateful to our body for all that it does and continues to do for us. Recognizing that the more we work with it rather than against it, the possibilities are endless. Take a moment to celebrate who you are, where you are, in this moment. Taking one more breath. All right, yogis, if the arms aren't forward, reach them forward, come back into that tabletop position so that we can tuck our toes, lift the hips, and find downward facing dog. We float the right leg high to the sky as we inhale. Exhale, right foot steps between our hands. Now listen carefully. We're going to slide that left knee next to our right foot, and we're going to come to sit down. If this is too much on your knee, then please adjust. You can always come into Ustrasana if that works for you, or any other variation. We're going to be working our hip flexor and our left quad. So we're going to walk the hands back. Maybe you bend into the elbows. Maybe you can lower the forearms onto the ground. Now, it's a weird element here because you're trying to pull the right hip and the right knee down, but you're also pushing up so that it stretches out through that muscle. If you're like, meh, I don't really feel this, you can come to lie down on your back with the final option of grabbing onto that right knee, but this is an incredibly deep stretch. So again, ask yourself why you choose to go where you go. Is it taking you deeper? Is it taking you where you need to go? Otherwise, just find little ways to shift movement in the body until you get that perfect stretch where your body needs to be stretched. We take one more breath where we are. If you are lying down, we start to lift the body up. We come to sit ourselves up once again, planting the hands either side of our legs. Step the left foot back behind you and bring your right ankle across your left knee, creating a figure 4 with your legs. We're going to push back into a down dog, come high up onto the ball of the left foot, and start to bend your left knee. Now, as you bend your left knee, really Beyonce that butt. Stick the butt out as much as you can and push that right knee away from your body as you melt your chest towards your right shin. Taking one more breath here. Shifting the body weight forward, lower that right shin to the ground. Open the hips, come onto the fingertips, and then exhale, release yourself down into your pigeon pose. Try to notice if you're weight bearing in the arms, if you're clenching the jaw, if you're tensing anywhere in the body. I want you to breathe deeply, and then as you exhale, completely let go. Taking one more breath where you are. Slowly start to lift yourself back up. We tuck our back toes under. Sweep that right leg up to the sky. Give it a nice little shake. And then release the right foot down and float the left leg up to the sky. As you exhale, bring your left foot in between your hands. Slide that right knee next to your right foot as you come to sit down in a half hero on the right side. Any modifications or variations, please make them. Otherwise, we start to lean back. Maybe you stay on your forearms. Maybe you come to lie down. Maybe you bring that left knee into your chest, wherever you need to go. Breathing space into the body. Every exhale is surrender into the posture. Taking one more breath here. Slowly releasing that left foot. We lift ourselves up onto our forearms. Bring our hands either side of that left foot. Step the right foot back, and then bring that left ankle over your right knee and push back into a down dog. Come high up onto the right ball of the foot, bend into your right knee as you stick your bum up. Like really, really stick the bum up and out, and push that left knee away from your body as you melt your chest towards your thigh. Taking one more breath here. Slowly we shift the weight forward, we bring the shin with us, and we release the shin onto the ground. Squaring off through the hips, opening up through the chest with our inhale. We exhale, release ourselves down over that left shin. Once again, being mindful of whether you are weight-bearing or tensing or clenching. Try to let go of that control. We take one more breath where we are. Slowly start to lift yourself back up. This time, well, actually no, let's do the same on both sides. Tuck the back toe under, sweep that left leg up so you can give it a nice little shake. Release the left foot down, gaze between your hands. We step, hop, or float through to seated and onto our back. Give your knees the biggest squeeze that you could possibly give them. So much so that the head lifts up, the nose touches the knees. You're going to take a deep inhale through the nose, and then I want you to hold your breath as you squeeze. Tense, tense, tense. Every single muscle in your body for 3, for 2. Open up the mouth and exhale. Release yourself into Shavasana. Legs go long, feet fall out. Arms away from the body, palms facing up towards the sky. No longer controlling our body, no longer controlling our breath. Each and every natural inhalation and exhalation melt us deeper and deeper into our mat and into that final relaxation. When we can't recognize, understand, or put into words what we feel, it's impossible for us to do anything about it. To master our feelings, not to deny them, but to accept them all, even embrace them, and learn to make our emotions work for us, not against us. Feelings are a form of information. They're like news reports from inside our psyches, sending messages about what's going on inside the unique person that is each of us, in response to whatever internal or external events we are experiencing. We need to access that information, and then figure out what it's telling us. We all want our lives and the lives of the people we love to be free of hardship and troubling events. Unfortunately, we can never make that happen. We all want our lives to be filled with healthy relationships, compassion, and a sense of purpose. Now that we can make happen. Never forget that feelings give you the permission to start the process of making your way back home to yourself. If your awareness has left, gently draw it back in.
Become aware of the weight of your body on your mat, the temperature of where you are on your skin. Hear the sounds of the music, my voice. Start to become aware of your breathing, deepening inhalations and exhalations. Adding more movement back into the body. We wiggle our fingers, wiggle our toes, sway the head gently from side to side. Reach the arms overhead, give yourself a full body stretch, reminding yourself to never be afraid to feel. Saya wants you to all wake up as you hug your knees in towards your chest, giving yourself the biggest squeeze you could possibly give yourself. Thanking yourself for being here, thanking your body for all that it does, as you gently roll over to the right-hand side. Connecting with your intention, reminding yourself to take that intention with you so that we can live our lives with purpose. Pressing yourself up into a seated position. Keeping the eyes closed if you can, bringing your hands to prayer at heart center. We seal our practice the way that we began, with 3 deep breaths. This time, as you inhale fully, sweep the arms high to the sky. Palms come to touch. Open up the mouth and exhale, hands to heart center. Once again, deep, full, expansive breath. We sweep the arms high. Open up the mouth and exhale it all out. Last time, deepest, fullest, most expansive breath. We hold our breath at the top, just for a count of 3. Cooking up all of that good energy for 2. Opening up the mouth and exhaling it all out. Thumb knuckles to forehead center. Always in gratitude. Gratitude for this practice. Eternal gratitude for you. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. Perfect timing on the little monkey front.